Hey, my name's Tracy Leela with soul2soul.ca, and today I'm talking about the content within the healing process playlist on my channel. Now, there's a lot of content here, and I suspect that most people coming here would be a little bit confused and what is this? What do I do with all this content? And as the Virgo that I am, I'm going to break it down for you. Okay, so this content is taken from a course that I had structured and put together years back that is no longer available. And what I did is I took the content, the video content, and uploaded it here for free on my YouTube channel, and the corresponding worksheets that work with this program are available at soul2soul.ca at the shop. But keep in mind that you can do this process on your own, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Now, before we get started, I want to just encourage you to subscribe, like the video, turn on notifications. Your engagement on my channel really does help my channel to grow, which helps me to reach more people. And my purpose is to help people. So I appreciate your subscription, your likes, your comments, your engagement, and all that good stuff. If you're interested in learning more about me and my services, my readings, future events, you can check it out at soul2soul.ca. Okay, so I'm just going to change screen here and bring up the playlist. So this is the healing process playlist. And what I did is I documented my exact process while I was in my healing through shadow work, deep in it. I journaled, I documented, I took what I was experiencing, the steps that I was consciously putting myself through in order to heal with a purpose, consciously with a purpose. And we do not want to go into shadow work, which does require you to go back into those memories and those experiences that cause you pain and the emotions and the thoughts and everything that comes with that. Shadow work requires you to immerse yourself in that uncomfortable pain for a purpose of healing. And in that purpose, we need to be very conscious of what we're doing so we don't slip and get stuck in that space, which can spiral very easily into self-sabotage, into depression. We want to be conscious. We want to be aware. We want to be as the watcher. We want to be observant. We want to be contemplative. We want to connect the dots and make sense of it. We want to go in as if we're outside of ourselves, looking in, going, what's happening, right? And this is what I've done through my process as a Virgo, of course. Through the process, I broke it down while I was in my tears, while I was in that uncomfortable moment. And I documented it here because the one question I asked myself that I got really frustrated because I felt like I didn't have any guidance and I had to map this out for myself because I didn't have that step-by-step guidance is how do I heal? How do I do this? How do I make sense of all this pain that feels really shitty? It's really uncomfortable. It disrupts my life in more ways than anybody could even imagine. And how do I get through it? What do I do? So I broke it down. So in this playlist, I suggest that you start with the healing roadmap, which is right here. And this is literally my breakdown of what to do step by step in order to get yourself through shadow work to create that revelation, that aha moment, that epiphany, because those are the things that we need to create for ourselves to heal. And it's in those moments that we heal. It's in those moments that we're like, something clicks and we get it. And we begin seeing the same situation, the same experience that continues to bring us pain. We begin to see it with new eyes, with a new perspective, with a complete paradigm shift that creates this moment of awakening. And that's the moment that we create healing, step by step. The healing process is not just a one-time deal. It's an ongoing process, but it's the same process that we just rinse and repeat. And so the healing roadmap is going to give you that step by step, the same thing that I was looking for. And how do I do this? This will tell you how to do it. This is exactly how I did it. And it's proven, and it's a dummy proof process. So check it out. The second video I recommend to watch after that is the reconditioning process. This is just going to give you a brief understanding of the neurological conditioning that we have in place within our minds that we need to recondition and create new wave patterns of thought that connect to new types of emotions that we can process and understand and accept. Because emotions are part of our human nature, whether you're a man or a woman. And we all have divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy within us. So we need to be able to understand the emotion, accept the emotion, and get the emotion under control. And we can only do that by first starting with a thought. And I know you've heard thoughts become things. And that is a process of neurological reconditioning. Now, in order to do that, we need to understand the words that are being said inside, internally to our own selves, and verbally outside to other people. We need to be aware of the emotions that we're facing, the true emotions, being really honest with ourselves. We need to understand the actions and reactions that stem from those words and emotions. And this is really understanding that you are your problem, just as I understood that I was my own problem. And this is really where you need to put your pride aside, put your ego aside, and humble yourself in the fact that there are probably a lot of words that trigger emotions within your own self that are toxic and that don't feel good and that are not in alignment of where you truly want to be. And those are the ones that we need to neurologically recondition. But we cannot do that if we are not honest with our own selves in our healing journey. So this just, gives you a understanding of how to start hearing your words and how to start really tuning into your emotions and how to start understanding how your actions and reactions are a reflection of that. And again, the coaching worksheets that I have that coincide with these videos are available at soul2soul.ca, which are really helpful in asking the right questions to expand your mind. Because sometimes, and most times, we do ask the wrong questions that really limit our mind. So those are available. From there, I suggest you moving forward to the time and thought bound video. This is the order I would do it in that I intended the program for. Time and thought bound is very important to understand this concept, because if you don't understand the concept of time and the relevance of time, you can easily have yourself fall into a depression or get lost in the trap of anxiety. And so we really got to understand about the present moment and bringing it back and being present in the now. And I know you've heard this before, but it's also understanding the idea and the concept of time and how we are bound by certain concepts of time and how some of them are an illusion. And the only time concept that really is relevant and matters is the present moment. And then from there, I suggest you moving on to forgiveness and impermanence. And we all know that forgiveness is an important part of the healing journey. I do not need to stress that again. If you don't know, it is. And forgiveness is for your own self. It is not for the other person. It is for you to accept. It's to reach that level of vibrational energy of acceptance. We need to be able to forgive on a real deep, soulful level. And then we need to understand the concept of impermanence. And impermanence really does open your eyes to a new concept. And it allows you to take a load off your shoulder and give yourself a break, understanding that change is inevitable and the stagnant energy that you may be feeling is not stagnant, and that their things actually are moving and are changing because of impermanence. And it's just part of life. It's part of the existence of this universe is impermanence, is that everything is changing. And when we understand that on a deeper level, where it's really contemplative, it'll just awaken yourself again to a new perspective that gives you hope. Because we need hope through the healing journey. We need hope through shadow work. And impermanence is what gives it to us. Understanding that at every opportunity, there's an opportunity for change because things are always changing. Things are always moving. So every second, you have an opportunity to get back on that horse. You have an opportunity to keep going, to do it again, to try again, right? So that's very important. And the last video I suggest you watching, and also is very important, is the 4 levels of influence along the healing journey. There are different levels of influence that are influencing the healing that you require on your life path. And not everybody is faced with childhood trauma. Not everybody is faced with excruciating and horrific events that cause toxic emotions to emerge within you that requires you to heal. Some of our healing stems from a past life and is the evolutionary process. And in this lifetime, we face certain challenges in order to heal from a past life. Some of our healing stems from ancestral lineage. And in the process of healing, we heal future generations and we help our past generations heal. So there's different influences as to where our healing comes from. So there are moments, I'll use this for an example. Spiritual bypasses is a real thing, and a lot of people go through this where you think that you've healed, you've had that awakening moment, and when you have the awakening moments, they're just so profound that you're like, this is it, I'm done, I'm healed, I'm good. And I'm here to tell you, you're not fucking good. You're going to be faced with more situations that'll make you realize that you're not healed yet, because it does not take just one time. It's multiple experiences, multiple moments in time of healing, multiple revelations, multiple aha moments along our evolutionary path. And we don't necessarily heal from everything in one lifetime. And that's where the reincarnation, we come back, we got to live a next lifetime to continue the journey of evolving our soul. And so understanding that the influence comes from multiple places, again, be easy on yourself and just take it one step at a time, one thought at a time, one emotion at a time, one thing to heal at a time. And know that the journey of healing is continuous, it's never ending, and it's going to continue. There's always going to be something to heal from. The great part of it is, with each awakening moment and each revelation, life just gets a little bit better. And you feel a little bit better. And you think a little bit better. And that's it. So I'm going to leave you with that. This is the healing process. I encourage you to go through the videos. I encourage you to go through them in order, step by step. Again, you can check out the worksheets at soul2soul.ca. Otherwise, just sit with yourself and just really be contemplative as you go through the process, and be conscious as you go through the process of healing, and be observant and be the watcher. Okay? Until next time.